All right, good afternoon, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me in this live stream. I really do appreciate it. All right, so in this live stream right here, I do want to talk about yet again another change to SSI as announced by the Social Security Administration and let you know what this actually means for current beneficiaries as well as anybody that may be receiving or applying for SSI at some point in the relatively near future, anytime now or basically over the next couple years here because this is now a new permanent change that is going into effect. So to be real with you and to be totally transparent, this one is actually a little bit confusing. However, I'm going to do my very best in this live stream right here to do my best to explain it in such a way that actually makes sense and let you know what you need to know about this if you are an SSI beneficiary because they're making some changes. Now, we're not even that far in to 2024 right now. What, 5 months or whatever? We're not even that far in as I film this or host this live stream right now, but we've already heard multiple different announcements, 3 major announcements out of Social Security as it pertains to SSI. So pretty encouraging, right? We have a lot of the year to go, and they've already alluded to more changes to come as well. So pretty exciting, right? I know. So anyway, I want to let you know what's going on here. All right. So first off, I'm going to do the same thing that I always do in live streams like this. I'm going to spend the first 10 minutes or so, give or take a little bit. I'm going to explain the details, let you know everything that I want to tell you here in this video, and then I will jump into the chat box. And if you're joining me live, I'll go through the questions, the comments, concerns, do shout outs, whatever I need to, and just kind of help you out there as much as I can. So we'll probably spend 10, 12, 15 minutes here talking about the details first, and then I'll jump into the chat for maybe another 15 or so minutes, give or take a little bit, and we'll call it a day. Okay. So, first off, I want to clarify, this is just for SSI, okay? I want to make that very clear, okay? Now remember, Social Security administers SSI benefits, okay? SSI is technically not Social Security. It's just sent out and managed by the Social Security Administration, okay? I always want to make that very clear because all of these programs are very different. The parameters, the eligibility, the check amounts, all of the details of these programs like SSI and retirement and survivors and things like this, SSDI, they're all very different, very different. That's why I always make it very clear in my videos. I'm talking about SSI in this one. I'm talking about retirement in this one, okay? It's very important to know the differences. All right, so anyway, this one, SSI. All right, so remember, over the last, I'm going to say probably 2 months or so, give or take a little bit, we had a couple big announcements coming out about the food allowances and the food assistance. Remember that one? I talked about that one a while ago. I've talked about it a couple times. Not that long ago, we had a change to the rental rental subsidy assistance. Remember that? I talked about that again. That was probably, I don't know, maybe a month or so ago. And now this one, okay? This one was actually announced about, I'm going to say probably 2 weeks ago or so, give or take a couple days. I did talk about it a little bit in a separate video, and it's confusing, okay? So I thought, you know what? I'm going to jump on a live stream here. We're going to talk about the details of this, and I'll tell you as much as I can here. Okay, so now this one is actually yet again another change to SSI. Again, some really good stuff here going on, okay? So here's what they're going to do. By the way, this goes into effect September 30th. Just like a bunch of these other changes that have been announced so far this year, this one goes into effect September 30th, okay? So it's not in effect yet, but it will be in 5 months? No, 4 months. Sorry, 4 months. Okay, 4 months. 4 months it'll be in effect. All right. So anyway, so here's what it comes down to. Okay, this one is for public housing, basically public assistance. Okay, like public housing assistance. Does that kind of make sense? Okay, so here's another one of this situation. And again, I'm going to try to explain this in such a way, and I'm not going to use like all the fancy words and things like this that they use because honestly, it just makes it really difficult to understand what's going on. I'm just going to say it in normal words. Okay. So they talk about public assistance. Now, here's the thing. A public assistance household doesn't mean like you're living in, doesn't necessarily mean that you're living in public assistance housing, okay? But it means that you could be living in a household in which people in your household receive some type of public assistance. Is that going to make sense? Okay. So the current rule that's in place right now and basically the current eligibility and what they say now is that basically everybody within a household needs to be receiving some type of public assistance in this case. Okay. I know, kind of weird. Like, let's just say there's 4 people in the household. With the current rule that's in place now, all 4 people would need to be receiving some type of public assistance. I don't know, it seems kind of weird, right? Well, that's what they're doing here, okay? So they're changing the new rule again as of September 30th of this year, where it does not need to be everybody within the household that receives public assistance, but rather the household would be considered a public assistance household if one person is receiving SSI or is an applicant of SSI, maybe not receiving benefits yet, but has supplied an application, and then one other household member is also receiving a benefit of some other type of PIM, which stands for public income maintenance, okay? So, and again, fill in the blank with whatever that is, but it could be a variety of these other assistance programs that are out there. They're also going to be including in this, whereas previously it was not included, but it's going to be included now, SNAP benefits, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, food stamps. Some people call it EBT. It's technically not called EBT, but some people refer to it as that. They're going to include SNAP benefits into this as well, whereas it was not previously, okay? So that's kind of the cool thing about this, okay? Now, how does this translate and what does this do for SSI payments? It simply means that it makes it a lot easier for SSI households and households that may have possibly been denied some type of other benefit or some type of public assistance or some type of program, denied something like this previously because not all members within a household were receiving some type of public assistance benefit or public income maintenance type of benefit, as they call it. Because, let's just say there's 4 people in a household or 3 people in a household, maybe 2 or 3 got the assistance, but yet 1 didn't, disqualifying the household. Does that kind of make sense, right? So now they're basically saying rather than everybody needing to receive assistance in some type of public income maintenance type program, we're just going to say basically it's just included of one SSI person. It could be an SSI beneficiary or an SSI applicant. That's what they're saying, by the way. And then one other individual within the household receiving some type of PIM, again, public income maintenance type of program. Make sense? I know. Like I said at the beginning of the video, it's confusing. Are you confused yet? I know. I'm trying to explain this in such a way that actually makes sense. I know it's confusing, right? Okay, so I'm going to be real with you. Okay, I'm doing my best here. I may not be like explaining this in such a way that is actually making a lot of sense, but I'm doing my best here. Okay, I'm trying. Okay, I can always come back in another video and explain it further. I can start over and say it all over again in a different way. I don't know. Just tell me what you need. If you're joining me live here right now, just let me know what I can do for you, and I can explain this a little bit further, okay? But, okay, now what does this do for SSI, and how does this potentially increase benefits? Well, potentially increase. Now, again, I want to make this very clear. It does not necessarily guarantee an increase for every single SSI beneficiary. I'm not saying that, okay? So I just want to make that very clear. However, this kind of acts in the same way as which those other couple of announcements out of Social Security over the last couple of months here also would potentially increase benefits. Remember, about, like I said, probably 2 months ago or so now, give or take a little bit, but they had the announcement out about the food assistance. Remember that? Well, that one does not necessarily pertain to everybody, but it does pertain to some people who may have had their benefits garnished a little bit, reduced, because of any type of food assistance they were receiving from a friend, a family member, an acquaintance, a household person, somebody that lives with you. The list goes on and on, doesn't matter. But basically what they're doing is they're removing the food assistance from basically removing or reducing SSI benefits. So it's kind of the same situation here. Same thing with the other announcement from about a month ago, the rental subsidy program, whatever. So that one, as of right now, again, is only going out to about 7 states, but they're extending it across the entire country as of a little bit later this year as well, okay? So again, if anybody is receiving any type of rental subsidy or rental discounts or concessions on rents or stuff like that, technically, that would be reducing SSI benefits. But now, they're going to be extending that across the entire country rather than just 7 states. So can that make sense? So it's kind of the same situation here with this new change here that I'm talking about here in this video. Again, with this whole public housing assistance type of situation, is that it's like, well, it could actually potentially increase checks for some individuals. And actually, honestly, it's going to make it a lot easier for some people who are currently applying for SSI or going to be applying for SSI at some point in the future beyond September 30th of this year when it goes into effect. It's going to make it, honestly, easier to get SSI benefits. So that's kind of a nice thing as well, because right now, remember, who is eligible for SSI? Well, somebody who is aged 65 or older who has limited income and limited resources, or somebody who is under the age of 65 who is blind or has a disability and again has limited income, limited resources. There's about 8 million SSI beneficiaries as of right now, give or take a little bit, but they're going to make it easier to get benefits. Make sense? Again, I know, clear as mud, right? Sorry, I know, I'm trying to do my best here, okay? It can be a very confusing topic, but this is just kind of what you need to know about it right now. But the coolest thing about this, in my opinion about this, one of the best things about this is, number one, they're reducing the limitations from the entire household needing to receive some type of public income maintenance type of program, rather than everybody receiving something like that. Now they're basically just saying just one SSI and just one PIM individual in the household, okay? So you could have a household of 8 people, and with the current rule, everybody had to get some type of assistance. But now with the new rule that goes into effect as of September, just one SSI, one other person, and boom, you're good, okay? Makes sense? So that, in my opinion, is good. And then next, also, they're adding SNAP to this. So even SNAP benefits, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, would be referred to as one of these PIM, the public income maintenance programs. Okay, so that one also counts as one of these PIM programs. So again, not bad, right? All right, so anyway, does that make sense? And again, whatever, I just, like, if you want me to come back, if this is very confusing, let me know down below in the comment section. If you have questions about this, let me know specifically. I can do what I can to answer those for you right now. I'm going to jump into the chat here in just a second. But otherwise, if you want to come back and make like part 2 about this, I can. Otherwise, let me tell you this much as well. It's not down there yet, but in, I don't know, as soon as this live stream is done and it's uploaded, what I will do is I will paste the link for the press release from Social Security into the description of this video. So I don't know. This is still live right now. Okay, so we're still live. But when I'm done with this live and we're totally out of here. Okay, once it's uploaded, it usually takes anywhere between like 5 and 20, 30 minutes, something like that. Just give me a little bit of time. Once that's done, I will grab the link from the Social Security website and the press release so you can see exactly what it is right out of Social Security, and I will paste that link into the description so you can read it for yourself if you want to see that for yourself and read about it. And you can see it all right there. The words right out of Social Security, okay? Make sense? All right, so does that make sense for you? All right. I know you're just like, I don't even know what to think anymore. I'm just like confused, right? I get it, okay? Sorry, anyway, let's jump into the chat here. And again, yeah, I'll just do what I can here. Okay, so let's jump into the chat and I'll explain any other details. I'll answer questions, just whatever else you need from me, let me know down below. Let's jump into the chat here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the very first comment I see is someone saying, we didn't receive any extra SSI payments this month or ever. Okay, I never said that you were going to, so I'm not sure who said that, but definitely not me. No, you're not getting extra payments this month or next month or ever. So yes, you're correct. You didn't. So I never said that. I'm not sure who did, but it definitely was not me. I did not say that. Deborah Chapman, thanks. Deborah Chapman's checking in. Thank you, Deborah. That's very kind of you. Did I botch that one, Deborah? Hopefully that makes sense. Thank you, Deborah. Yeah, Jackie says I'm totally confused. Yeah, it's very confusing. Jackie, you're not the only one. I guarantee it. Yeah, it's confusing. Yeah. Zach Pilgrim, you're funny. Yeah. Oh, no. No, okay. Crystal Jones is saying, so you're telling me, no, somebody that receives SSI or Social Security, only one person will be allowed to get it? No, okay. Crystal Jones, no, that is not the case. Okay, please, no, do not think that, garnish that idea immediately. That is not the situation, okay? That's not what I'm saying here, no. No, okay, I'm just going to leave it at that. No, that is not what I'm saying, okay? I want to make that very, very clear, no. Yeah. Tamika Davis, thank you. I appreciate it. Very nice message for you right there. Thank you, Tamika. David Evans says, what about retired people? David, I'm guessing that you're maybe a Social Security retirement beneficiary. If that's the case, this doesn't apply to you, okay? This does not apply to Social Security retirement beneficiaries. Does that make sense? Okay. So, David, you said, what about retired people? I'm guessing you're receiving Social Security retirement. If that's the case, then you don't have to worry about this. Doesn't apply to doesn't apply to retirement benefits. Yeah. Yeah, Gail is saying, I didn't get any money. In fact, I got $20 less. Yeah, not sure what the situation is, but yeah, that happens too. John. John Lekenka, maybe? Sorry, John, if I'm saying your last name wrong. You said anything about the marriage penalty yet? Haven't heard anything about the marriage penalty yet, okay? So if I get any other information on the marriage penalty, I will certainly let you know right away. I know it's a huge one. If we get any announcements on that, I will be right here for you breaking it all down. But no, as of right now, unfortunately, nothing on the marriage penalty. Yeah. Yeah, Bobby saying hi, and Deborah Chapman saying hi. Hello, Deborah. Thank you. Yep. Yeah, Ruth Wilson saying, I'm in Cedar Rapids. How are you? Hello, Ruth Wilson. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Cedar Rapids, is that Iowa? I don't know. Sorry. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but it sounds like an Iowa place. But anyway, hope you're doing well. I heard some tornadoes rip through Iowa, like a week ago or so? Yeah, think last night too. Massive tornadoes going through, what was it, Oklahoma and Texas, something like that. It's bad, right? Yeah, Scott Summers says, looks like no raise in June unless I get a letter. Yeah, that's not what I'm saying here, but yeah, not happening. Yeah, Mary, you're very welcome. Thanks, Mary. I appreciate it. Yep. Yeah, Angela West, hello, thank you, I appreciate it. I'm not really seeing a whole lot of questions, just being real, okay? So I'm kind of going through some of the comments here. I don't really see any specific questions, kind of more like statements and kind of people talking to each other, things like that. It's fine. Yep. Wow. Shell Valestra, 98 degrees. Wow, that's crazy. That's nuts. That's hot. Wow. that's really nice. Derek Crocker, I think it is. Hello, Derek. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. Kathy Large, hello. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Happy Sunday. Audrey Murphy is saying, what about SSDI? Good question. This does not apply to SSDI, okay? That's the cool thing. That's, again, right at the beginning of the video, I said this is just for SSI, okay? I always try to make that very clear in the videos because sometimes what I talk about in the videos pertains to all fixed income beneficiaries. Sometimes it pertains to just retirement. Sometimes it's just SSDI. Sometimes it's just SSI. This just happens so to be just SSI. That's it, okay? So, yeah. David Daniels in the house. Hello, checking out, or thanks for checking in, David Daniels. I appreciate it. Yeah, Pat Worthington. Hello, I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Helene, maybe? I apologize if I'm saying your name wrong. Helene Merrick. Merritt. Hello, Helene Merritt. Hello, thanks for being here. Okay, so Tammy Coleman is saying, are Social Security beneficiaries also getting a boost in June? Good question, Tammy. No, that's not what I'm talking about here. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. No, nobody's getting a boost in June. No one, no one. It doesn't matter who it is. Nobody is getting a boost in June. Yeah, Diane Baker. Hello, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Joe Congilio. Ah, I think I nailed your last, or I think I got it this time. Joe Congilio. Thank you. Pennsylvania checking in. Thanks, Joe. Nice to see you again. Uh, Lori J checking in from Sertel, Minnesota. Nice. Awesome. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Lori J. Awesome. Thank you. John DiMatteo. Hey, awesome. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it, John. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, John. That's very kind of you. Very nice. Yeah, Leah Ketchum. Hello. Doing well. How about you? Hope you're having a nice. Mandura. Again, I'm probably saying wrong. I apologize. I'm not sure how to pronounce your last name. Mandura from Alabama. Checking in from Alabama. Awesome. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Nikus Gamer says, does this affect SSDI? No, this is not pertaining to SSDI, just SSI. Linda Provencher says hello. Hi, Linda. Thanks for watching the video last night. I saw your message there. I responded to you. Thank you. Yeah, Joe Congilio. Thank you. Yeah, Sherry Upton from California. Hello, Sherry. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Okay, let's. Okay, again, like I said a couple minutes ago, I'm not really seeing a whole lot of questions, a few here and there, answering them as I get to them, but I totally get it. I understand. This is a very confusing topic. I apologize if I didn't do a very good job explaining this. It's just honestly, it's no matter how you cut it, it's going to be very confusing to explain this no matter what. Okay, it's just a confusing topic. But yeah, I just want to do my best to try and answer this for you. But again, I will stick that link from the Social Security press release down below in the description of this video as soon as the live stream is ended and it uploads. That's, it takes, I don't know, 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes sometimes. Once that's up like that, I will take the link, the press release from Social Security, and I will put the link in the description and you can read it for yourself. And hopefully, hopefully the words out of Social Security will, help with the description and the explanation that I gave you here in this video. Hopefully that also will help clarify things a little bit further. Maybe, I don't know, but you'll have that resource at your disposal anyway. Let's see. Harley Quinn, hello. Nice to have you here. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Yeah, Mary, yeah. Tiffany is saying they're trying to kick me off. I'm not sure if you're talking about like your fixed income benefit, but yeah, unfortunately that's a situation that does happen sometimes. But obviously I don't know the specifics about it, but that's rough. Hopefully you don't lose your benefit. Nice. Magic Spoon, born in Hawaii, I think you're saying there. Awesome. That's pretty cool, right? So it looks like you might be living in Louisiana now. That's very cool. Nice. Yeah. Bobby B is asking, when is it going to happen? As I said in the video here, this goes into effect September 30th. September 30th, just like the other couple announcements we got out of Social Security over the last, call it month and a half, 2 months or so, whenever it happened to be. I talked about them. I don't remember the exact dates that they were announced, but there's been 3 major announcements out of Social Security in regards to SSI. All of them go into effect Well, actually, there's been more than three. But the three main ones that I've talked about, all of those go into effect as of September 30th. Okay, so yep, and then there's actually more changes coming in, or that already went into effect as of, what was it, March 26th, I believe it was. That was a Monday. Some of the changes went into effect then. So what was that? A couple months ago already. Yeah. False. Okay, Ruth Wilson is saying, hey, Matt, I heard we're supposed to get some more money here. The IRS is sending out money. Okay, Ruth, I'm sorry to tell you, that's not true, okay? So I don't know who the people are. Well, okay, I shouldn't say I don't know. I know who the people are, okay? It's probably the AI channels that you watch, they're not actually people, they're AI channels, and they tell you all the things that you want to hear, but are not true, okay? So Ruth Wilson, the only money that the IRS might be sending out right now is tax refunds. That's it. They're not sending out anything else right now, okay? Again, I always say this in the videos all the time, okay? I'm going to bring it to you straight every single day, no matter what. I'm going to bring you honest, accurate, reliable, transparent information. Even if it is something you may not want to hear, I'm going to give it to you straight. I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke. I'm not going to make stuff up. I'm not going to say that, oh, checks are coming. It's not happening, okay? So I'm just saying right now, Ruth Wilson, you said that people are saying that checks are coming from the IRS. No, they're not. Okay, guaranteed, okay? They are not, unfortunately, okay? Unless it is a tax refund. But the only way you can get a tax refund is if you paid in and then you overpaid the IRS. Your deductions and your income are reduced to the fact that your payment into the IRS was more than what you owed, and then they cut you a check back. That's not the case for like a lot of people, okay? And by now, most tax refunds should have been issued already, okay? But I'm just saying, that's what they're sending out, if anything. But I definitely am not saying that any other kind of checks are coming. So anybody that's telling you that they are, wrong, false. That is not true. Yeah, Dallas saying Arkansas here, watching faithfully. Hey, you pulled a 1-2 there, right? Dallas checking in from Arkansas. I love it, right? Maybe there'll be an Arkansas checking in from Dallas. You like it? I know. I'm a loser. That's not funny except for me. I don't know. That was kind of clever. I know. But yeah, thank you, Dallas. I appreciate it. Checking in from Arkansas. Catherine Tebow says, I missed it. What does SSI get? I'd say watch like the first 10 minutes of this live stream. Yeah, Catherine, that's the best thing I would say to do right now. Just go back and watch the first like 10 minutes of the live. You'll see what I was talking about. Cynthia J. Jansen, NH here, New Hampshire. All right, yeah, thanks for joining us. Yep. Yeah. No. Hang on. Mary is asking, will SSI checks be in the bank tomorrow? No. Tomorrow's a bank holiday. Not happening, okay? Just saying. No. Tomorrow is what's called a bank holiday. It is one of the 6 holidays throughout the year, and banks are closed. So no, nothing will be happening with banking tomorrow. Banks are closed. It's a bank holiday. That's what happens. So no. Yep. Kathy Cade from, I think you said Atlanta. Kathy Cade from Atlanta, Georgia. Hello. Thanks to you for being here, Kathy. Cindy from Stockton, California, checking in. Hello, Cindy. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. Yeah, Stockton, California. Awesome. Stockton, California is the place where the very first guaranteed basic income program was born about 5 years ago. Yeah. So as of right now, there's 150 plus guaranteed basic income programs across the country, but Stockton, California was the very first one. Interesting. Yeah, Deborah Chapman says hello to Corey. Thank you, Deborah. Yeah, thank you. Rudy the King says, hope you're having a nice day. Thank you from Austin, Texas. Awesome. Thanks for checking in. Really appreciate it, Rudy the King. David Evans is asking, do you ever think the 200 will, what do you say? Will ever happen? Do you think the 200 will ever happen? Hard to get by. It's really hard to say. Honestly, it's just like so hard to say. I don't know. There's cases that say for sure it could. There's other cases that say no, definitely not. It's just really hard to say. Okay, I don't know. I really don't know one way or the other. I would say anytime soon, probably not. But maybe in the somewhat, relatively near future, maybe. It's just really hard to say about that. There's a lot of proposals out there right now to change Social Security in a massive way. You've heard me talk about tons of them before. There's talk about, reducing benefits for higher income people and taking the money that they would take from the top 20% of high income earners, as in Social Security beneficiaries, and reducing it and just giving it over to the low income people. So again, that could be effective, a couple $100 a month, things like that. There's a ton of proposals. It's nuts to see all the different ideas that are out there. Some of them I would say are actually kind of good. A lot of them are not very good at all. Rebecca Starr checking in. Thanks, Rebecca. Nice to have you here. Appreciate it. Mary Main checking in from Columbia, South Carolina. Awesome. Thanks for being here, Mary. Yeah, Bobby B says hi. Hi, Bobby. Thanks for being here. Dallas is asking, are we ever going to get any help like a stimulus or raise? Good question. Okay, you've heard me say this before in other videos. I'll say it again really quickly. Stimulus is always predicated on the economy. Okay, so if you want a stimulus check, pray, cross your fingers, do whatever you got to do to that the economy gets whacked. Okay, I know it sounds really bad, but that's really what it comes down to. If the economy gets whacked, checks come out. Okay, it's like a piñata, right? Think of it that way. Okay, the economy is like a piñata. You whack the piñata, it's the the economy, and checks go flying everywhere, otherwise known as candy, right? Okay, it's kind of like the same thing right there. Okay, that was a pretty good analogy. I think I just thought of right then and there. But when it comes down to raises, again, there's so many proposals that are out there. It's nuts to look at all the different things that are out there. There's the COLA that'll be coming, but other than that, we just have to continue watching what lawmakers are going to do. Tiffany Mauser. Mauser. Sorry, Tiffany. Hey, sorry, Tiffany. I'm trying to say your last name. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, but thank you. I appreciate it. I see you there. Thank you. Yeah, Magic Spoon, Hawaii. Yeah, shout out to Hawaii. Anthony Rod Sr. saying, so SSI getting another raise? Well, it depends. Yeah, Anthony, I would suggest watch the first 10 minutes of this video or so. I explained it there. It's confusing. Full disclaimer. Yep. If you've been joining me since the beginning of this live, yeah, it's confusing. Okay, just giving that disclaimer. It's confusing, but this is just like the other announcements out of Social Security in regards to SSI so far that we've received so far this year. Some people could potentially get raises as a result of this announcement, and it'll also make it easier to get SSI benefits as a result of this announcement. Okay. Idly Very, I think it is. Hey, I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, but hello, I see you there. Thanks for joining us. Happy Sunday. Hope you're having a nice day. Layla Taylor says, I missed it. Repeat, please. Oh, Layla Taylor. You silly goose. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not repeating that again. Honestly, I certainly can, but I'm not going to do it right now, okay? I would have to come back in a separate video and do that. It's just confusing. The best thing I would say to do is check out the first 10 minutes or so of this video. You'll see all the details there. I explained it. I know it's very confusing. I may not have done a very good job explaining it, but I try to do it in such a way that makes sense. But also, once this live stream is up, I will stick the link for the Social Security press release down below in the description of this video. So like 20 minutes after this live stream is done, it'll be down below in the description of this video. I would recommend, if I don't explain it very well in the first 10 minutes of this live stream, if you watch that and you're still confused, check out the press release that I have linked down below, after this live stream goes up. Check that out, read that, and hopefully that'll give supplemental information to what I explained. And hopefully between me explaining it and Social Security, the press release, hopefully all of that will make a little bit more sense. Make sense? So sorry, Layla. I can come back in another live if you want me to and explain it in greater detail. But yeah, we're not going to open up the can of worms again right now. Emily, the wanted one. Again, same thing kind of applies to Emily, the wanted one. Check out like the first 10 minutes of this video, and I explained it there. Okay, yeah, we'll just say that. Yeah, Ruth Wilson, thanks. Roxana Kelly, hello, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us, Roxana Kelly. Susan Ryan, hello, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Wow. Wow. Margaret saying Florida's over 95 and humid. Wow. That's honestly sounds really uncomfortable. Yeah, so Madison Brown, again, same thing. Check out the first 10 minutes or so of this live stream, and I explained it all there. Okay, so let's wrap it up there. Again, I don't really see a whole lot of questions other than the fact people are just basically kind of asking to repeat everything. Again, check out the first 10 minutes. You'll see it there. Otherwise, check out the link for the press release from Social Security in the description in, give me 20 minutes, and I'll get it in there. But other than that, I'm going to leave it at that for now. If I did a terrible job explaining this and it still does not make sense after you read the press release from Social Security, let me know in the description after this video goes up, and I can come back. I can jump on another one. We can break it down piece by piece. I'll do what I can for you to help you understand this, okay? I know this is probably the most confusing of all the different announcements out of Social Security over the last couple months here. I would say this is by far the most confusing one. Just saying that, okay? Just want to preface it by saying, get ready. You probably have to read it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. That's fine. Don't worry. If you do, just read it through that way, or just listen through it as I talked about it, and that'll probably make more sense. All right. So let's leave it at that for now. As always, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to subscribe down below. Totally free to do so. Always has been, always will be. Just want to do what I can to keep you posted. There's almost 500,000 people here on the channel. How cool is that, right? Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate all of you. Literally, sincerely appreciate every single one of you. Thanks for being part of the community. I'm going to jump off of here and just watch for that link again in the description. Otherwise, just check out the first 10 minutes. I know I've said that so many times in this video, but that's kind of where all the details are. All right, so I'm going to unplug the mic here. When I do that, it starts talking. All right, I'll hit this button. All right, have a nice day. I will catch you again later in the next video, and hope you have a nice afternoon. All right, thanks so much for watching.